What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Sunday edition of Morning, presented by
Brooke.
and Hudco. You nailed it. And Hudco Roofing and HudcoRoofing.com. Good job, Drew. Very good job. Happy Sunday. Hope y'all are having a great one. A little later start today. If you were here yesterday, told you. Erica's going to get her nails done at noon. Same time the Saints play. So I went to church early this morning so I could get back. And so, would have liked to have gotten up early and done morning Scone early. But I just stayed in the bed. Drew's in the bed. I stayed in the bed. So, all right, y'all. Who dat? Saints, Jets today. See if we can end a 5-game losing streak. Weird. I'm a bit torn. Would really not be super bummed if they lost and we continued this this downward spiral toward a better draft pick. I think that's how they'll rebuild this thing. So wouldn't be crushing if it happened that way. But I would like to see a win. Haven't won a game since Halloween. The game against the Bucks. The last time Saints won a game. So would love to see it. LSU basketball gets a win yesterday. If you missed it, they beat Georgia Tech by double digits. Get that final for you real quick. 69-53 was the final. At about the 8-minute mark of the first half, LSU was stuck on 7 points. Settling for jump shots, and this is not a good jump shooting team. But ultimately, the athleticism for LSU is just too much, man. And it's going to be because this team can really defend. They held Georgia Tech to 19 second-half points. Georgia Tech shot about 50% from the first half, and you knew that wasn't sustainable. Not against this defense. And LSU shot 30% the first half, so they shot 50% second half, averaged out to 39.3% for the game. So really good game by Tari Eason. 23 points to lead LSU. Had a really nice game, man. When you get 23 off the bench from Tari Eason, when you didn't get much from Darius Days, just 5 points. Efton Reed really struggled as well in this ball game. It's the thing where when you got that many guys, eventually you're going to find whoever has the hot hand that day, and they did. So LSU gets the win. They moved to 9-0, and then what else? Oh, UFC 269 last night. Dustin Poirier got submitted by Charles Oliveira. Kind of saw that happen. We talked about it on Friday. If Poirier can keep it on his feet, he's certainly an elite enough striker, but went to the mat early, and Oliveira submitted him. And then the big shocker was Amanda Nunes lost. Greatest female fighter of all time, in the conversation for the greatest fighter of all time, regardless of male woman. But she got submitted last night as well, which that was a massive, massive upset. And then Bryce Young won the Heisman. Who cares? All right, it says good morning. It's Andrew Brister, Scott Borch, Benton Alford. Good morning. What do you think LSU's offered to Jimbo? Not surprising. Told y'all, 9 weeks ago now, that LSU was offering 8 years, $100 million. It's 12.5 a year. The week before the A&M game, I told you that they went back and they were asking for $13 million, and that's the one where the 125 came from. So. Not surprised at all. How many times I say Jimbo Fisher is the apple of Scott Woodward's eye? I mean, that was always his guy. So, whatever. Made him say no. Drew DeArmond, what's up, Drew? Good to see you, man. Derek Maness, Blaine Smith, Michael Blanco. When will we get an OC? I don't know, man. I thought they would have had it done by now. I mean, from what I was told, they wanted it done last weekend. So they may very well have somebody they're waiting after bowl game to announce. Steve Scott, good morning. Above all else, hope you, Eric, and Drew have a wonderful Christmas season. Thank you, Steve. Same to you and yours. Very kind of you. Samuel Merrifield, are the Saints about to enter sustained mediocrity? I don't think so, Samuel. Sean Payton's too good of a coach, and the frontline players for New Orleans are still elite. Let's not forget Armstead, Ramchick, McCoy, Kamara, Michael Thomas, Davenport when healthy, Demario Davis, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Marcus Williams, Marshawn Lattimore. You've got elite level players all over the field. The problem with this team is their cap issues cause them to have to dump all of their depth. I mean, wouldn't you love to have Emmanuel Sanders on this team? Couldn't afford him. Wouldn't you love to have Janoris Jenkins? Couldn't afford him. Wouldn't you love to have Malcolm Brown and Sheldon Rankins? Couldn't afford him. Wouldn't you love to have Trey Hendrickson? Couldn't afford him. So, that's the problem they ran into, was they finally, all the cap gymnastics they had to do finally caught up to them. And because they dealt with injuries, their depth had been gutted and they got exposed. That's all there is to it. I mean, you get this team healthy and you build up the depth this offseason, you're right back where you were. Are you competing for championships? We got to figure out quarterback. Is Jameis that guy? Probably. We'll see. Would have loved to figure that out this year. Brian Broom, Matt Godwin, what's going on? Ben Giat. You said early Scone and now it's late. Yeah, well, I decided to sleep instead. I was going to do early Scone and then go to 9:45, but I decided to sleep, go to 9:45 and do late Scone. Sorry. Ryan Amanda Guidry, Justin Hosky, Victoria Green, great basketball game yesterday. First half, I don't know if I'd classify as great, but the second half to rally the way they did and clamp down defensively was really good. Kyle Taylor, good morning from Greensboro, NC. Go Bengals, Burrow, and Chase. Mark, what's up, man? Good morning. We do have a BYU against BYU quarterback matchup, don't we? A little Taysom Hill against Zach Wilson. I wonder how often that's happened in history. I guess probably go back and find like a Jim McMahon, Steve Young, maybe Ty Detmer. Let's see. Justin Hosky, wish Days would just shoot threes. Yeah, I mean, the problem was he couldn't hit threes last night either. He hit nothing. Let's see, Days last night. Let's get the box score. Sorry, y'all. It's a dry cough, man. This has been like a week and a half, and I cannot shake this stupid dry cough. Days was 1 of 7 from 3. So he shot a lot of threes. He didn't make any of them. Say good morning to YouTube peeps. Jonathan Martin, Donald A. Me, Blake Canfield, Truax, what's good? Brian R., Shane O'Mac, what's up? Ted Campiso, Trivia Carter, Bill Gallion, good morning. Go Drew Hudko, indeed. You got to teach him right. Always respect the brand. How realistic is Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson next year? Well, Watson's realistic if you're willing to give up 3 first-rounders, a couple of starters, and I mean, I don't know if the Saints can do that. Aaron Rodgers is realistic as well. I mean, the way they structured his contract is such that he's going to be done in Green Bay after this year. I mean, I guess you could always restructure it again, but the way they structured it, he'll be done in Green Bay this year, after this year. And remember, Wilson had the Saints as one of his teams that he would accept a trade. He had no trade clause. That's one of the teams he would accept a trade to. So, yeah, I mean, they're realistic. Let's see. How's Burrow's pinky? Late in the week, he was full go at practice, so see him get out there and do it. George Reitmeyer, Cliff Nelson, good morning. Raymond, good morning. Tari's a beast. Man, Tari Eason is proving to be one of the best transfer players in the country this year so far. It's early, but hey, Drew. Hey, you want to come say hi to Dad show? He's looking at the guy. I think he's blowing across the street. That's what you hear, Drew. He's imitating the blower. Yeah, it's a blower. He's just imitating the blower. Gulf South, morning for the Bass Pro Lodge in the Pyramid in Memphis. Last day of my 2-week road trip. Been great. It would be nice to sleep in my own bed tonight. There you go, man. Safe travels. Bengal Tiger, Cliff Nelson, been busy lately. Forgive if you've already addressed this. Thoughts on the need for LSU to get coordinators in place before early signing period. Getting late for that, Cliff. I mean, signing period's on Wednesday. So, hey, Drew. You know, Cliff, I think... You want to come see Saturday Dad Show? Nope. He gets up, walks this way, spins around, sits right back down. So I can show the YouTube peeps what he's doing. Well, hang on. Drew, he's wrapped in the curtain. He's wrapped in the curtain. I can't even see it. I can't even see it down there. Drew, what are you doing? Okay. Okay. Sorry, Facebook. It's easier to move the phone to show. Well, let's see if I can show Facebook people. Hang on, YouTube. I don't know if I can flip this camera. Can I? Nope. All right, Facebook people are just gonna have to go to YouTube to see if you want to see what Drew's doing. Here, I'll copy the link. I'll post it in the comments. There. Man. All right, y'all. Cliff, early signing period. Yeah, man, I think what you may have is a situation where they kind of know it's going to be if they're hanging on to people who might not be available after bowl games. And so you kind of let your recruits know who it's going to be or what direction you're leaning. But excited to see how this weekend went, man. Big recruiting weekend for LSU.
I'm excited, bro.
LSU basketball came alive quick. Easton Fudge, Murray, Graves, look at me. Gaines, could be Gaines. Goat 9, old dude said Barrow's pinky. Yeah, no. Is Miles Brennan coming back? I don't know. I don't know what Miles is going to do. There are some people who are adamant that he's not coming back at all. He's going to go play at a place where he's guaranteed to start. And some are holding out hope considering they, apparently talked to Brian Kelly, but I don't think he'll come back. I mean, you never say never, and I don't know what that kid's going to do. So, Devin Kelly, what's good? Keelan Payjock, should we have traded Cam and kept Trey? Got to keep. So you're talking about Cam Jordan, kept Henderson. You got to keep in mind, if you trade Cam Jordan, what are you going to get for him? Right? You're talking about trading a guy that's in his 30s, has a big contract. What are you going to get for? Like, people always say, "Hey, let's trade this guy." You have to have a willing trade partner, right? And if it's someone you're looking to unload, you have to legitimately ask yourself the question of why would someone else want that player, right? I don't think it's so much I don't think it was a Cam Jordan, Trey Hendrickson trade. It was more, hey, we're betting on Marcus Davenport taking that big leap in his career. And when he's been healthy this year, he's done it. He just hasn't been healthy. Scott Dickerson. Thoughts on the Bears' new district teams? I haven't seen it, Scott. Cliff Nelson smashed the like button. Thank you, Cliff. Yeah, 130 watching, only 31 likes. See if we can get those likes up. That'd be great. Joseph Armato, what's up? Amanda Rome. When do you expect OCDC hires? Talked about that a little bit. I know they wanted them done last Sunday. Joseph Armato. Armstead is injured too often. That has been a major blemish on his career. He's never played a full 16-game season. Mogo, let's see. Good morning. Glad to catch your show this morning. Lakeland, Florida. All right. Appreciate you watching, Mogo. Rapping Batches, what's up? Just another Josh. Days needs to stop with it. So one person said that Days needs to only shoot threes. He said Days needs to stop shooting threes. No, Days needs to shoot threes. Yesterday was just a cold day for him. That's really his strength, is that he's not a true power forward. He's more of a stretch. He's not a three either. He's kind of a stretch four. Days doesn't have a spot in the NBA. Like, he's not going to be he might play pro basketball somewhere, but he has no spot in the NBA. The NBA is played above the rim, and he's not an above the rim player. So unless if you're Draymond Green, where you are that elite defensively, and, and rebounding and the physicality, like you don't have a spot. And so on this college basketball team, Efton Reed, Tari Eason, Alex Fudge, all that length and athleticism around, you have your rim protectors. So let Days be a stretch four, hang around the perimeter and shoot threes, a little bit of a mismatch. Yeah, I'm good with that. Where are we? Murder Giraffe, what's up? Glenn Garner, bro, I miss your show because work. Watch it every day as soon as I'm home. You will. Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate you watching. Jared Pettijon, good morning. Guessing OCDC targets are in the playoffs? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I mean, there's one report I saw from Mike Scarborough yesterday that LSU's targeted the Kentucky defensive coordinator. Which, I mean, I saw Mike's report. I haven't really asked around about him much. I guess I kind of bet that today, but like that. But that's a guy that maybe wants to stay with Kentucky to see if they can finish off a 10-win season. Yada yada. I don't know. Any info on Hill's finger? He's going to play. No limitations this week. Chad Adcock. Good morning, Matt and Drew. I admit I was in my feelings about Tommy and Corey Raymond leaving, but I'm going to trust y'all and see the process through. It's going to be all right, man. Like those can be coexisting realities, right? I mean, you can be emotional about Tommy Moffitt and Corey Raymond leaving, and you could certainly question, uprooting the stability at those two spots, which have been very good. And you could also have faith in Brian Kelly to hire good people. LSU put out a video yesterday, I'm not sure if y'all saw, but they put out a video of the new strength coach, Jacob Flint, putting the guys through their first workout. And response to it seemed good and, energetic and, just building blocks, building good days. Drew, you're killing me over there, man. Murder Draft, why does the NFL put terrible matchups on Sunday Night Football? Well, they usually don't. Usually get great matchups on Sunday Night Football. You have to guess before the season, right? Like every team has to play in prime time at some point during the season. And so they try, and they usually do a good job. Like if there's Tampa, Tom Brady going back to New England, Sunday Night Football game. You do the best, like Chicago, Green Bay. I mean, that's tonight. That's an historic matchup. Bears at Lambeau Field, late game division matchup. You get Aaron Rodgers on Sunday Night Football. I mean, that's what they're thinking there. You have to guess before the season what's going to be a great. Could it be the last time the Bears play Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau? That's what they're going for. Myron Spears, what do you think of a Tua trade? I'd have to see what it looked like, but I like Tua's upside. DT, Matt, what bank do you use? Hancock Whitney. I mean, I say that on air, and I'm serious. They're on my bank. 4 banks I've tried, now ban Crow or Safe Moon purchases. I have Hancock Whitney. And I use Crypto.com. So you can use Crypto.com at Hancock Whitney. And one thing I would recommend, DT, is call your bank and make them approve the purchase. Tell them to approve the purchase. I mean, the bank works for you. Like that's. I don't want to go on a total crypto tangent here, but one of the reasons crypto has become so popular is exactly that problem. Your bank is telling you how you can spend your money. Excuse me? You're telling me how I can spend my money? Kick rocks. No, thank you. Anyway, by the way, y'all, Gamecoin up 60% in the last 7 days. I ain't no financial advisor here, and I'm not telling y'all what to do. But a lot of people said, did I miss the boat on Gamecoin? Had that huge parabolic run up. We had a large correction, obviously. I never thought we'd see prices this low again, but it's running again. So, and I'm very, very excited about what's to come. Announced this week, the platform built, Sarah Technologies out of San Diego is who's building the Gamecoin platform, the actual platform itself. Yeah, we're off and running again. So, not financial advice, no investment guru, I'm just saying for people who were intrigued by GameCoin, felt you missed it, you have an opportunity now at half a penny, where the all-time high was 4 cents, and now you're here at half a penny. Like, you do you. You do you.
No.
DeJuan Foster, what's going on? Shelby Kelly. It was great to hear Jason Kelly. They have 6 guys that could be potential starters. Yeah, if y'all missed that, Jason Kelly, LSU's new pitching coach on AFR on Friday. Really enjoyed chatting with him. Good dude. Good personality. You can tell he's a lot of fun. We had fun with that interview. James Eckholt, is there going to be a whiskey and wine for the bowl game? Good question, James. Not sure. Really, it's a Tuesday, so it really depends on. It's a Tuesday 8 o'clock game, so we wouldn't start whiskey and wine until like 11:30 or 12. So on a Tuesday night, and then T-Bob's going to have OTB in the morning, so probably not right after the game, but we might do something like that weekend, like a season recap type deal. I'd be down for something like that. Ivan Ludley still mad about losing to Catholic back in 1998. Neville 14, Catholic 27. I was a junior on that team, Ivan. I tell you what, I'll tell you this. That's one of my favorite memories of playing high school football was that game. That was a really good Neville team. We went on the road up to Neville and really controlled that game. And Neville beat us here in 95, and that was when Travis Minor, Major Applewhite, and all those guys were juniors. Neville had a big tight end. I forgot his name. Big tight end. Who was a really good player. But yeah, I remember that game. I mean, I remember it fondly. I was a junior on that team. Ryan Broussard, and then a week later we lost to West Monroe in the state semis, and that was the greatest high school team I've ever seen in my life. Drew is on one this morning, dude. And y'all can hear him. He's just imitating the blower. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Okay, he's gone. Nope, he's just standing at the doorway now. And he's back. Yep, he's back. There he is. Shout out to Brock, y'all. After Hours Clinic is open today. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. There's 103 watching on Facebook, 174 watching live on YouTube. That's nearly 300 people watching. Someone watching right now either needs a roof, has a family member who needs a roof, a friend, a neighbor, somebody who had damage to Ida, still needs help with their roof. Please contact Hudco Roofing. We have materials, we have crews. If you have your scope of work from your insurance company, maybe you even have a check from your insurance company, all you have to do is pick out shingle color, boom, and we are roofing. We can get you done. Maybe before Christmas. Like, we can get to you quickly. Holler at Hudco, HudcoRoofing.com. Jason Austin, is Drew ready for Santa? Hey, Drew. Hey, Drew. Oh. Sing it. Oh. Yeah. Better watch out. Where's the blower? He just turned. Oh, where's the blower? Come see. Hey, let's sing You Better Watch Out. Come see. Let's sing You Better Watch Out. Good job. All right, let's sing. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, better.
Watch out, you better not cry, you better not pack, come down, down,
Okay. Too down, I'm gonna get out. Okay. He just sped it, and now he's going. He walked around the desk. He's going right back to the window to go look at the blower. He's all right. I gave you your obligatory line of the song. Now let me go look at the blower again. Let's see. Rachel Goff. When will it know we've had enough players for the bowl game? Hey, be careful, Rachel. If I go down that road, it's going to upset some people again. Ronald Elias, good morning. John Morris, think Kelly will have full staff by January. Oh, yes. Brandon Atchison, Matt, you think the basketball team fixes the issues with the turnovers? Yes, I do. They were a little lazy in the first half with ball handling, no doubt. Todd Harris got a feeling signing day will be better than we expect. Todd, look, here's the thing. There's a few very prominent Louisiana players that I feel very confident that LSU is going to get. Yes, I do. LSU going to be fine. Joseph Guidry signed as Greg Oden 2.0. I wouldn't go that far yet. But it has been disappointing with the injuries. Brian Champagne, you need to trade Michael Thomas. No, you don't. He's an elite number 1 receiver, and that's what this team lacks. You just need to get him healthy. Yancey Benoit, what's good, man? Adam Doucette, good morning. Charles Waltman, thanks for doing what you do. Keep it up. Merry Christmas to you and the family. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate you watching. But Kelly Gross, Ben Dupuy, good morning. I'm in my feelings about you not doing Locked on LSU. Ben, I'm not done doing podcasts. I'm not done doing daily podcasts either. I just can't do Locked on LSU anymore. And I'll be able to explain more soon. But Locked On's been great, man. I put a lot of time into that. It's been 3 years. I've done I've done almost 700 episodes of Locked On LSU. I mean, I've put a lot of time into that. So to walk away from it is tough for me. I mean, I built it, and I'm just going to hand it to someone else with what I built. That's tough for me. I'm being very candid with you, but it's okay. Hey, Dad, good morning. Todd Harris, all the coordinators moving right before signing day. Don't you feel there will be a rich pool of signees that didn't sign early? Yes. I think some have already announced they're going to wait till February. I mean, if you're not enrolling in January, there's no need to sign right now, especially if you're a prominent player that's going to have a spot wherever you go. Harry, oh, come on. Jesus. Yes, Harry. Only undefeated team left in the SEC. Boot up, yes. Okay, got it. Boot up. Rough week for the SEC in basketball. Ryan Amanda Guidry, concerned not having OCDC in place. Don't be. Damian Ramirez, why not a companion show during the game? Can't do companion shows anymore, Damian. Part of our new contract, guarantees contract with the LSU Sports Radio Network is we can no longer do companion shows. So, yeah. Anyway. Travis Roy bought some game coin this morning. I'm with Capital One. No issues after I talked with them on the phone having those issues. That's exactly, Travis, that's basically what it comes down to is you have to call your bank and tell them to approve the purchase. Pedro Valaderes, Matt, LSU basketball will make us forget about our terrible football season. Where will they be ranked next week? Happy holidays. Maybe up a few spots, Pedro. I don't know that we're into the teens yet. But just spitballing. I thought Drew was replaying the Formula One championship from this morning. Let's see. Caleb Vines, what's up? Santa needs to bring Drew a steel blower. You know what's weird? There was a time where he was super, had tons of anxiety about it. We used to have to, when the crew would come to do the yard, we would have to time it with them to make sure Drew was out of the house because he would freak out, paralyzed in fear. And now he loves it. Nick Ori, what's going on, Drew Buble? Jason Austin, what's up? Ben Dupuy, thanks for the hard work. Loved listening. Absolutely. Casey Thibodeau, word of rumors on OCDC. I've told you all the names that I've heard. First 3 names I heard for OC were Chip Long, Jeff Levy, Kendall Briles. Briles is the only one of that group still there. I don't know if that's the direction they're going, just telling you candidly. DC, I have heard Pete Golding. Obviously, Bama's in the playoff. And then the other one is the DC of Kentucky, White. I know Brad White. Mike Scarborough tweeted that name out there, which, he's a young guy. He's 39 years old. I don't know a ton about him, but, it would kind of fit the mold of what Brian Kelly does from Mike Elko and Clark Lee and Marcus Freeman going with younger defensive coordinators. So let's see. All right. Where are we? YouTube. Stephen Bond, good morning. Happy Sunday. Thanks for your show. Watch it every day. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate that. Let's see. Keelan, you see the Houston Theatrics after they lost to Bama last night? I did not. I turned that game off. What did I turn on? Oh, I turned the fights on. I turned the prelims on. So I turned yeah, that's what I was watching. I was watching the UFC fights last night. I watched the first half of the Bama Houston game and turned it off. I don't even know who won. Think the Saints should trade for Minshew? Oh, come on. Who is the best pure shooter on the LSU team this year? Brandon Murray? I'm guessing. There isn't a great one. Let's see. Scott Dickerson, Zachary, Central Scotlandville, now in the Bears district. Oh, wow. That's a hell of a district, huh? Well, that'd be great, man. I'd love to see Catholic play Zachary again. Zachary, Central were all in the district when I played. It was the Ascension schools. There was no Dutchtown, but it was EA, Santa Ma, Central, Zachary. I think for a time we had like Bel Air and Broadmoor in there as well. Might be forgetting somebody, but anyway. No, it's great. Did Zachary win last night? I saw they were down and rallied and took a lead. 28-20 maybe I saw on Twitter.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Drew. I hope so, man. They did win. So they won 28-20 was the final. That's awesome. Fantastic. Congrats to Brew and the Zachary Broncos getting another one. That's awesome. Awesome. I've said it many times. David Brewerton is one of the greatest coaches I ever had. I mean, and that was freshman football, at Cal. He was the freshman offensive line coach. Love the guy. Love the guy to death, man. So I'm pumped for him. And then, Chris Carrier's over there and Garrettell and all those guys, man. A lot of guys that were Catholic when I was there. A lot of those guys are there. Zachary down and pumped for him. All right, let's see. Michael Tolliver, morning, Matt. Is LSU basketball enter SEC play undefeated? Yeah, at this point. I mean, the games they have remaining are they play Lipscomb, Louisiana Tech, and who am I missing? Tech, Lipscomb. I'm looking at Northwestern State. So yeah, I mean, I think they will. Why did Terrio cost Erica a better record in the College Pick'em Challenge? She had a weak moment. Rapping batches, LSU women's basketball 1 o'clock at the PMAC. Yes, indeed. I'll be watching the Saints, but good luck to the ladies. Season recap, whiskey and wine sounds fantastic. I'm down for it. Chad Adcock, Matt, a West Monroe Rebel. You got to stop raging on my school, bro. Well, Catholic finally got West Monroe this year, so beat them up there in Monroe. That's what it is, man. Bill always wants me to sing the Brother Martin song. Marcus Stewart, what's up? Edmund Seal, what receiver in the draft could the Saints target? Depends when they try to draft, when they try to pick a receiver, murder draft. And that may very well be the top priority in this year's draft. If you're targeting a first-round receiver, it's not out of the realm of possibility that someone like Jamison Williams from Alabama could be there. I mean, any of the guys from Ohio State. Traylon Burks from Arkansas is projected late first-round pick. Some of the names keep an eye on. Did Terry sit in the new chair Friday? No, man. The new chairs are so short, man. Everybody's using the old ones. I actually took one of the new chairs and put it in my office. I'm using it in my office now, like all the way down. How do you feel LSU basketball stacks up against Bama, the rest of the SEC? I think they're grossly underrated. I've said it from the beginning of the year. I think the one thing this team is missing is instant offense from anywhere on the floor. That's what Adam Miller was supposed to be. But the defense will win them a lot of games, and somebody will step up offensively, like last night was Tari Eason. Reagan Leicestershire, watching the postgame last night. I feel the media grinds their teeth when they have to speak positively about LSU basketball. that's probably a little bit in your head, but this is a team people are gonna figure out. I mean, it's mostly look, Pinson, Tari Eason. Look, we could say Miller, but I mean, you're talking about the amount of transfers, the freshmen with Reed and Murray. I mean, the core of this team are newcomers, so people are going to learn this team this year. Could you do companion shows for NFL games? Sure, absolutely can. Trivia Carter early baseball prediction. I think LSU will be in Omaha. I do. I think they're, from everything I've been told from people I trust who've seen this team and scouted this team, so they're going to hit the holy hell out of the baseball. They got a lot of arms that they need to figure out roles, and if they figure out pitching roles, it could be a special year. But they are going to hit and probably slug their way to Omaha. Matt, what do you think about the $50K NIL deal at Texas for the linemen? Great for them. I'm pumped for them. I wish LSU would do the same. Glenn Garner, Kamara is the missing piece to keep us alive. We'll see. He'll be back today. LSU Sports Network saw how popular companion shows were and decided they had to kill the competition. Yes, basically. I mean, yes. How about Pena beating Nunes? Crazy. That's why I love MMA. It is truly, when you're, I mean, anybody in a given fight, because you're talking the nature of that sport, you could always see a Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson type upset. Anyway, that's what you saw last night, man. Pena was getting roughed up in the first round. She survived round 2. Amanda Nunes wouldn't stop her aggressive style even after she was getting touched a little bit. She finally got put down and got choked out. Happens. I mean, it's why it's an amazing sport. Are you an F1 guy? I am not, Indiana Tiger. Kenny Strother, Zachary won. Saw that. I'm excited for them. Ponchula, Putt played them. I guess it's outplayed them. Couldn't score. Yeah, the thing is, Danny, I do push back against someone saying like you outplayed someone but couldn't score. I mean, if you couldn't score, you didn't outplay them. I mean, it's, you know. I mean, I guess I understand. Like sometimes you win the yardstick, lose the game, but that matters. I mean, you got to be able to score. You got to be able to finish drives. If you don't, it's on you. Ray Ashley, good morning, Matt and Tiger Nation. Murder Giraffe, why don't y'all do bowl games, playoff pick 'em? Well, I guess we could. The station there is a college football bowl pick 'em contest our station's having, so I guess we could all do it together. It's really hard to pick bowl games now, y'all. I mean, it is, because so many guys opt out. Who's really motivated to play in a bowl game? It's tough. I mean, the one thing I know for certain is that I'll always take the service academies and bowl games because you're always going to get everyone's going to play and you're going to get the full effort. I mean, that is as given a blind pick 'em as you could possibly do, is just take the service academies and bowl games. Let's see. Sean don't like using high draft picks on skilled players. He believes he can find same talent later rounds. I mean, okay, but he took Brandon Cooks in round 1, took Mark Ingram in round 1, took Michael Thomas in round 1. I mean, they've done it before. Watson needs to be our quarterback. Glenn, I'd be down for it. I think he has the longest tail, the highest ceiling. But what are you going to give up to get him? Are you going to give up 2, 3 first rounders and starting caliber players? Ray Wright, he's a NASCAR guy. I don't know about that, Ray. I'm a Ray Wright guy, I'll tell you that. Clark Tiger, Davis, Kevin Levispare, Kevin, you gave it the old college try, but it's John Trey Kirkland. He could be starting quarterback for the bowl game. It's a possibility, yes. It's a possibility. If Nussmeier doesn't play, your options are Matt O'Dowd, the walk-on, or John Trey Kirkland, who's the emergency quarterback. And I'd probably prefer Kirkland. Derek Maness, Scone, a lot of my Bama friends don't like Golding as their DC. Why would LSU want him? Bama fans are grotesque and bitter and sour, and I don't care what Bama fans think at all. Craig Carter. No, Woodlawn was never in our district, Craig. Woodlawn was 4A. We never played Woodlawn. Anthony Gugliusa, good morning. Happy holidays. Enjoy listening to the show on the way home from work at night on YouTube. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate that. Anthony did private message me last night during the first half of the basketball game. I was like, ha ha, this team wanted to be ranked, and now they're going to go right back. I'm like, we all landed up winning by double digits. So pump the brakes, bro. Pump the brakes. Travis Webb, good morning. But thank you for watching, bro. Appreciate you, man. Corey Rodrigue, heartbroken for Poirier. How about Juliana Pena? Yeah, I was really hoping for Poirier to get the win last night, and he was a slight favorite in the fight. And I was surprised by that. I did pick Oliveira in the fight, but Poirier's opportunity was if he could keep it standing, he could certainly. I mean, as good of a striker as he is on his feet, Poirier, that was his shot to win. But as soon as Oliveira got him on the ground, Jason Austin, the LSU basketball team can be really good. Their inconsistency on offense scares me, especially when they play better teams like Bama, Auburn, etc. There's legitimacy to that. And, if/when the season ends for LSU, it's probably going to come in a game like last night, where offensively they're out of sorts. Their ability to get to the rim or score in transition is basically non-existent. And they have to hit jump shots and they don't make them. And that's probably how the season's going to end. But the benefit is when you play defense the way LSU does, you're never out of it, right? When you can clamp down and hold a team to 19 points in the second half, you're in it. You're always in it. Ryan Broussard, Santa Maria Catholic used to be a good game when I was in school. 99 game was classic. That was my senior year. Yeah, 3-0. The 3-0 game at Memorial was my senior year. That you want to talk about a game where we moved the ball up and down the field in that game and couldn't finish drives. Our defense came up with a huge goal line stand, like 4 plays from the one. Awesome game. And the year before it was 6-3. There was 2 years where it was a total of 12 points scored. It was all field goals. No one scored a touchdown for 2 years in that game. Julie McKee, good morning. What do you think of LSU basketball playing from behind, winning yesterday, being the only team in the SEC unbeaten? Yeah, we kind of started there, Julie. Sluggish offensively in the first half. And that happens because this team doesn't really have a guy that can go get his shot from anywhere on the floor. But the defense will keep them in every game when you have that much length and athleticism. I mean, the first half was like, there was a sequence, if you didn't watch the game, where LSU, it was Pinson, who steps into a passing lane defensively around the right wing, steals the ball, they go in transition. He gives it off, I believe, to Reed, who missed the layup. I think it was Reed, missed the layup. Georgia Tech rebounds, outlet, dunk on the other end in transition. I mean, that's a 4-point swing instantly. That's just how out of sorts they were in the first half. But they clamped down in the second half. So I would have loved to have heard Will Wade's halftime talk with the team yesterday. Who do you feel are the most important early signees? Walker Howard, Will Campbell, the offensive line, Emory Jones, the offensive lineman, and of course Walker Howard. John DeRoche, best way to pick the over-under. I don't know, what do you mean the best way to pick the over-under? Let's see. Richard Kahn, Butte told us he was staying yesterday in Shreveport. I felt like he was being sincere. Good. I hope so. Did you hear what Mike Leach said about players opting out of bowl games? I did not. Julie McKee, I don't think players should be able to opt out of the bowl games. Julie, come on. So you're okay with a coach leaving his team before a bowl game, but a player can't opt out to protect himself and potential millions in the NFL? you're going to hold a 19, 20, 21-year-old to a different standard, to a higher standard than an adult? Come on. That's, I don't mean any disrespect, but that is a fan up in your feelings. That's what that is. Because you don't really care about the player. You only care about your team's ability to win. And that's what is the hardest thing for most fans to get over that hurdle, is understanding like why a player is right to do something for himself. Like coaches do it all the time. I mean, college sports are a gigantic business built on the backs of free labor. And don't give me they get a scholarship. Okay. And so do students that get academic scholarships and sometimes don't finish out their college careers academically because they go start a business or they go do something else. Happens all the time. Yes, Michael Thomas was a second rounder. My bad. Stephen Duffy, always enjoy your broadcast, Matt, Lake Charles. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate that. Would love to be on an affiliate in Lake Charles, by the way. Let's see. Bubba Tatum, UF, and Richardson has opted out. UCF is going to roll in the T-Bob Bowl. Did Richardson really opt out of the bowl game? Anthony Richardson opted out? Wow. Is Emory Jones healthy? Oh, he underwent a procedure on his right knee. So Emory Jones will play. They're fine. Any more? Troy Bieniemy, Murder Giraffe, would playoff expansion help men bowl opt-outs? Absolutely. If players knew that they were playing in a playoff, yes, they would play. Absolutely. Like, why in the world would you play in a meaningless bowl game that compromises your ability to prepare for Senior Bowl, Combine, all that stuff, and risk potentially getting injured? Like, of course being in a playoff would do that. It's like, I want, if I had hair, I would rip it all out. Like, listening to people, fans have just absolutely taken the nonsensical talking points and just like gobbled that crap for years. Like, college football has the most important regular season. College football has the least important regular season. It's the only sport in the world, in the history of mankind, when you can win every game you play and not even have a chance to compete for a championship. That is completely meaningless. Like, it is, you have been force-fed crap football games. LSU against Central Florida, LSU against McNeese. Like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants it. Those only exist for a gate for the home team and a paycheck for the visiting team. It's the only reason no fan wants it. No fan wants to go to Tiger Stadium and watch LSU ULM at the end of November. It's a disgrace. Nobody wants it. But it's a 7-figure gate for LSU. It's a guaranteed win. And for ULM, they get a paycheck. So the people who get screwed are the fans, and you're force-fed this crap. College football, sacred regular season. It's crap. Go to 10 games. If you're worried about playing too many, go to 10 games and have a 32-team playoff. You go, well, 32 teams don't deserve a playoff shot. Do 68 teams deserve a playoff shot in basketball? Hell no, 68 teams don't legitimately have a chance to win the national championship. But you play it out. So let's see what it looks like. Play it out. You wouldn't want to see those games? You wouldn't want to see more playoff games on campus? Y'all crazy, bro. Drives me crazy, bro. How many people just absolutely chugged the talking point nonsense Kool-Aid from college football? And the result of that, by the way, the result of the system you have right now, which is nothing but dudes in ugly blazers getting rich off their games, the result is what you have now. Players going, I'm playing this game? The Gasparilla Bowl? Why? The Birmingham Bowl? Why? No, I'm good. I'm going to make sure that I stay healthy and go get ready for the draft where I have a potential to make millions of dollars. Murder Draft. It's hilarious. The FCS does it better. Murder Draft. Everyone in the history of mankind does it better. Everyone has a playoff, except college football. And even when you try to have a playoff with it's 4 teams and you have these people sitting in a room deciding who gets to be in it. Camaro with 4 TDs, book it. Saints ain't scoring 4. The Saints. Excuse me. Saints would have to score 4 touchdowns. Yeah, Richardson didn't opt out. He's having surgery on his knee. Stephen Duffy, enjoy your broadcast. Oh, I saw that one. Jason Oskin, what quarterback in the transfer portal would you want to come to LSU? Dylan Gabriel, UCF. Quinn Ewers. Any of them. Come on. Okay, we're done. Who dat? Thank you so much for watching. Almost 200. We're 202 watching. Only 78 likes. Can we smash the like button? We can get over 100 likes there. 78 watching. Hit the little thumbs up if you're on mobile. X out of the live chat. Hit the thumbs up. Then you can hit live chat. The comments come right back there. We appreciate it. I know we can get over 100 likes. And if you're new, please subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. This is where we do Morning Scone, Nightcap with Scone on Wednesdays, where we do all of our live reaction show. It's all right here on this YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube. Facebook, you know where you are. But like the page. Facebook. Share the post. Like the page. Share the post. Like the page. All right. All right, we're done. As always, shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. You need an orthopedist, you go to Brock, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. And we will see y'all later. Who dat? Might even do it. If the Saints win, I might bring back a Scone Stradamus. See y'all.